Hi, I'm Travis Larson. I'm an editor for Family Handyman magazine, and today I'm going to tell you how to fix bare spots in your lawn. Everybody has them. I don't care how nice your lawn looks. I'm going to show you the right way to do it. I'm kind of a lawn nut. I've done this a lot of times, so pay attention and you can fix these. There's only one thing to keep in mind. This takes 2 to 3 weeks of complete dedication. Not a lot of work, just dedication. I'll tell you about that later. The first step is to prepare the soil. That means getting rid of any weeds. There isn't very many in this particular patch, but the next step is to get rid of any dead grass, because the most important thing is good soil to seed contact. So that means we have to expose the soil. I like to use a rake like this to get rid of the dead growth, and I'll show you how that works first. This is the dead growth that I took out, so we're ready to abrade the soil. Once again, we're going to talk about this soil to seed contact. So we're going to rough up this soil. It's kind of compacted, and we're going to do that for 2 reasons. One is that soil contact, and the other one is so that the starting roots, those delicate little roots from the seedlings, can penetrate into the soil to get the water and nutrients they need to grow. Let me tell you a little bit about grass seed. It's actually a combination of several different types of seeds in most cases. There's seed in here that sprouts really fast and dies really young. And there's other seed in here that takes a long time to sprout, but it lives a long time. So if you overseed and get the seed too crowded, not only are they going to crowd each other out, the short-lived grass is going to sprout and keep the long-lived grass from growing. So if you do that, if you overseed, you're going to end up in a very thin lawn after a few years because that short-lived grass is going to die off. This is what I like to use to spread my seed. If you just grab handfuls of it and just cast it all over the place, you're going to have real uneven growth, and the seed's most likely to be crowded in some areas and real thin in the other. The whole key is to get about 15 seeds per square inch. And this is what I like to use, a coffee can with a bunch of quarter inch holes drilled into it. So you start seeding just a little bit, small area, and then to get a feel for how many seed you have, actually count them. You know, picture a square inch of seed and count the seed. And that way you'll be able to tell by looking if you've got that formula nailed. That looks like a nice distribution. I think we're ready to put a 1/4 inch of soil on this now. Now a lot of people will just smush the seed into the soil with their fingers or a rake held upside down. But I got a little different system. I like to put a little topsoil on top of that. I'll show you how I do that next. So this is ordinary potting soil. I'm going to sprinkle this on top of the seed, but it's really crucial not to overdo it. You don't want any more than a 1/4 inch and preferably an 1/8 inch of soil over the top of the seed. These itty bitty seeds just don't have enough energy to shoot a blade of grass up through a lot of soil. So don't overdo it with the topsoil. The last step is to put a little starter fertilizer on it. This is specially formulated for baby grass or seed. Do not make the mistake of using adult fertilizer or the type of fertilizer you put on your lawn all the time. That's like feeding a newborn baby steak and eggs and hash browns for breakfast. You might kill the poor kid. So don't use it because this stuff cannot handle adult food. So just sprinkle a little bit of this starter. Don't get rammy on it because it's real easy to burn it. Very little. And actually, in most cases, I don't even do this step, and I get along just fine. Depends on your soil conditions. This is where that dedication part comes in. If you're not willing to do this for 2 to 3 weeks, don't even bother trying to fix a bare spot. And that's just keeping the soil damp every single day. And if it's windy and hot, go out there twice a day. Don't flood it, just mist it for a few minutes, and that's all it needs. That's all it needs, and this grass is going to come in just beautifully. In a couple months, you won't even be able to tell this bare patch was even here. That's it. This is going to look like $1 million in 2 months. That's if you keep watering it. One more piece of advice. Choose your time carefully. Pick a time when the temperature doesn't drop below 45 or get over 75. In most areas in the country, that's either mid-spring or mid-fall. Good luck with your lawn patch.